Welcome back. This is the third video in the Beginner's Guide to Git, GitHub and Open Source series. If you haven't already, do check out the whole series on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/theleanprogrammer. Go to the playlist section and check out the Beginner's Guide to Git, GitHub and Open Source. So this is going to be a quick video where I'm going to show you a closer look at GitHub. So this is completely a beginner friendly video for those who don't even have a GitHub account. If you have a GitHub account, you can directly skip this video and move on to the next video where I'll be discussing what is a version control. So if you continue to stay here, let's have a look at GitHub. So what exactly is GitHub? A lot of people have this confusion between Git and GitHub, a lot of beginners especially. So Git is a version control system. What is a version control? We are going to look in the next video. But GitHub is, you can say, a cloud storage platform or a web interface which uses Git and allows multiple people to collaborate on various projects. So this was a layman definition, a definition in layman terms of what is a GitHub. What is GitHub? So GitHub is nothing but a website which allows you to store your code online and collaborate with multiple people on a same project. And there are a lot of things as well, like GitHub Actions, CI/CD pipelines and so on. That is a topic of discussion for some other day. But for now, let's have a quick look at GitHub. So if you want to follow along for the whole beginner's guide to Git, GitHub and open source, at some point in next to next video, you would need a GitHub account. So I'd highly suggest you to make a GitHub account right now. It's very, very simple. All you need to do is just go to github.com and then create an account. So it's simple. It will just ask you a few questions like enter your email and then enter a password and so on. You can create an account very, very easily. Now this is how a GitHub profile looks. Or let me show you my own GitHub profile. So here's how my GitHub profile looks like. So of course, if you haven't already, do follow me on GitHub. It's github.com/Madhav Behl. You can follow me or you can sponsor me if you like my work. If you like various projects that I have been working on and my side projects to uplift the community, you can definitely sponsor me. I would really love that. Perfect. So this is the contribution panel which shows your contributions over the past year. You can change the times here as well. And then there's a repositories section which shows the number of repositories, the open source repositories which the user has. Now there is something called a profile readme as well. I don't have a profile readme, but you must have seen on multiple accounts that have profile readme. So profile readme is nothing but a short introduction about yourself, that a customized introduction that you can place on top of your profile, which will be visible here. So that is called a GitHub profile readme. Then your orgs. It shows what all organizations are you a part of. Then your repositories, which we already discussed, the stars, the repos, followers and followings. Stars, you can star a repository to come back to it later or to show your support. So whenever you like a project or whenever you like any open source work, you can star it. So by the number of stars, again, it shows the popularity of a project as well, and it shows that you support that project, and you can again come back to your stars or saved projects by clicking here. Then GitHub is just like a social media platform for developers, for open source developers. So it also has something like followers and following. This shows the number of people that you are following, and this shows the number of people who follow you. So we have discussed about all the basic things. Now creating a repository, it's very, very simple. So let me go back to my own account. Just give me a minute, I'll open it. So here's my account, github.com/Madhav Behl. And to create a repository, all you need to do is click on the plus icon and click on new repository. After clicking on new repository, you can write the name, then you can write a description. You can choose whether you want your repository or your project to be public or private. Then you can optionally add a git ignore. What is a git ignore? We are going to talk about it in next video. And then you can add a readme file as well. Readme file basically shows the information about your project. So for example, I have here startup name generator project. So this is a Readme. Readme is basically a documentation for your project. So here's the documentation. It generally has various things like steps to run, a little bit of information about this project, the steps to run, the to-do list which you can add, or the number of collaborators or contributors, future ideas, screenshots of the project, and any other information that you would like to give to anyone who come across your project. And then creating a Git gist, you can go to gist.github.com. Let me open it here. So after you go to gist.github.com, you can paste a code snippet which you can share with other people as well. So this is called a GitHub gist. So I can name this as test, and here I can type anything like let's say const hello and any piece of code that you want to write. So gists allows you to share your code amongst multiple people, and also on your blogs and various other amongst social media platforms and so on. So these were the basics of the features, of very few features that GitHub provides you. Apart from that, there are advanced features as well, like your GitHub actions and so on. But again, that's a topic of discussion for some other day. So for now, I'll keep this video limited to a closer look at GitHub. If you like the series, don't forget to share it with your friends as well, and help me spread the enthusiasm of open source in this festival of open source, Hacktoberfest. See you in the next video. Bye bye.